Welcome to the Boston Bruins News Channel. For all Boston Bruins fans, we're here to provide you with up-to-date and reliable first-hand information about the team. Our commitment is to bring only true and high-quality news to our followers. Stay on top of the latest and most updated news about the Boston Bruins, with daily publications here on the channel. Don't miss any details. Sign up now to stay up to date with everything happening in the Bruins world. Thank you for being part of our community. With Boston Bruins captain Patrice Bergeron announcing his retirement, the club is faced with the daunting task of filling the void left by his departure. On ice, replacing a six-time Selke Trophy winner, an NHL record, just doesn't happen. His departure also leaves the Bruins looking for the 21st captain in franchise history. While there are a few names that stand out as obvious favorites, could the organization name a surprise player as its next captain? Who will be the next captain of the Bruins? Brad Marchand. Brad Marchand, the little ball of hate, became a leader for the Bruins as his career progressed. Hockey fans outside of Boston find it shocking that he is a strong candidate to take over from Bergeron as the next captain. However, in recent years, Marchand hasn't crossed the line with some of the shenanigans he's gotten into throughout his career. He is led by example and has brought a much more disciplined approach to his game. Marchand is now entering his 15th season with the black and gold, and has put together a career that will mark him as one of the Bruins' all-time greats. He is expected to become just the fourth player in franchise history to play 1,000 games, joining Ray Bourque, Johnny Bucyk and Bergeron. That's a pretty solid company to stick with when looking at a 100-year-old franchise. During the first 4 games of the Bruins' first-round matchup against the Florida Panthers, Marchand demonstrated his leadership qualities in excellent fashion. With Bergeron sidelined, Marchand seemed to step up his game, letting his game do the talking rather than letting his opponents piss him off. He avoided post-whistle confrontations and focused on winning hockey games. It showed the level of maturity that Marchand had reached and also the effect he played alongside a player like Bergeron. Charlie McAvoy. Drafted in the first round, 14th overall in the 2016 NHL entry draft, Charlie McAvoy has become a key cog in the Bruins' blue line. McAvoy is signed on a long-term basis, as his contract does not expire until after the 2029-30 NHL season. McAvoy is up to the challenge, judging by his message in the Bruins tribute video to Bergeron. McAvoy has gained a lot of playoff experience, and having played in a Stanley Cup final is valuable for the lessons that come with it. At 25 years old, he knows what it takes to get there, and he's had 2 of the best leaders to learn from in Zdeno Chara and Bergeron. David Pastrnak. David Pastrnak is the third favorite potential captain, but it would be a shock to see him with the C ahead of Marchand or McAvoy. Like McAvoy, Pastrnak is stuck for the long haul and will undoubtedly play a significant role in the Bruins' future. He grew into a leadership role and also played in the Bergeron lineup, seeing firsthand how a great leader behaves on and off the ice. Pastrnak has also worn an A on his jersey for the past 2 seasons. The well-dressed shooter is best known for scoring goals, but he's also maturing into a franchise leader. Dark horse captain candidates. Charlie Coyle. Charlie Coyle is seen as an underdog who could also be captain. However, in 11 seasons in the NHL, he has not assumed a full-time official leadership role with a letter on his jersey, although he has worn the Bruins A periodically. Despite this, Coyle brings the morals and playstyle the Bruins would like to see in a captain. Now entering his 6th season playing in his home state, he will be most heavily supported by leadership inside the Bruins locker room. Coyle will likely have the letter A emblazoned on his jersey full-time this season at the earliest. Already leave your like in this video because it is very important so that you don't miss any news from the Bruins, which we will post on this channel at any moment. Thank you. Continuing. Brandon Carlo. When looking further back into team history, the Bruins have had defensive captains at their club for extended periods of time. Bourque wore the C for 15 seasons, the longest-serving captain in franchise history. Chara's captaincy lasted 14 seasons, so it won't be a shock to see the organization name another defender as its next captain. Brandon Carlo, although sometimes criticized for not being physical enough for his size, brings a strong defensive game to the club. He's seen as a quiet leader within the group, and while his name doesn't appear on the scoresheet often, he plays a vital role for the Bruins. Marchand deserves to take over as captain. While the Bruins have many skilled players, each with their own cases of persuasion to be named the next captain, Marchand is the most likely to receive the honor in the near future. With 2 years left on his contract, he will serve as a bridge and help the team transition from its old core to its new identity in the post-Bergeron era. McAvoy could then take over Marchand's reins should he decide to follow Bergeron's lead and retire when his contract expires. Until that moment, I believe this is Marchand's dressing room, and deservedly so, having spent most of his career learning from Bergeron. It's wonderful to have you here. I am extremely happy with your presence and would love to hear your opinion in the comments, so that we can together expand our knowledge of Boston through this channel. Sharing knowledge is essential, so I would be very grateful if you would subscribe to our channel, allowing us to reach even more fans. With your help, I feel motivated to post videos daily and keep it constantly updated. By subscribing, you will receive notifications whenever a new video is published. Thank you immensely for your support.